Is this how you repay me? Is this how you repay me?
You are welcome to Sasa Global TV channel, where we publish news on politics, entertainment, celebrities, interesting stories, and metro news. Here is a news headline: Why the British will never trust Igbo, Nnamdi Kanu said. That is the news headline. Meanwhile, before going to the news in details, if this is your first time in visiting our channel, please click on the red subscribe button to subscribe for further news updates. Here the news reads: Nnamdi Kanu, leader of Indigenous People Biafra (IPOB), has said that reasons why the British will never trust Igbo was because the Igbo fought the British in actual war, unlike the Fulani controlled North that were subservient to the British. The leader of Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, speaking on Radio Biafra broadcast Friday, said that the Biafra restoration project is insurmountable. Kanu said we must neither mutate nor mortgage our blissful future and that of the upcoming Biafra generation, no matter the attraction of temporal comforts. We have come this far, staking our lives and all for this all-important project. The evolving development in Nigeria are clear indications that we are close to the finishing line. Our quest for freedom started not just in the 60s nor 40s, but in the late 20s. Before that, in the first decade of the 20th century. After Arochukwu fell to British in 1904, 7 sons from Aro left for Anioma to form the Fred and much revered Ekumeku fraternity to continue a guerrilla war against the British. Come Thursday, 30 May 2019, Biafrans, both at home and in the diaspora, will yet defy every odd to accord our heroes and heroines, both living and dead, we deserve honor and recognition for their priceless sacrifice in the Biafra restoration struggle. This memorial will be accompanied by total sit-at-home observance across Biafra land. The slain shoes to fall that we may live and nothing less will suffice. This is the reason why the British will never trust us. Compare that the British takeover of the North, where they were welcome worship to dates. Ironically, we that fought the British in actual war ended up as Christians, whereas the Fulani controlled North that were subservient to the British retain and even expand their Islamic identity. We are born with freedom in our DNA. We did not wake up one morning to hate Nigeria. They have always hated us. In November 1929, the British killed our mothers in Aba that dared to question their rule and punitive taxation. This year is the 100th anniversary of their death, and those that claim they are intellectuals in Igbo land have all carefully forgotten because they don't want to offend their Fulani masters. It has fallen on IPOB again to remind the world that the heroes of our mother means to us today. In November this year, we shall honor them. Have we forgotten that our dear British that gave us Anglican Church shot dead 21 striking miners in Enugu on November 1949? One bystander was killed and 51 people injured. Nobody remembered them, and that is why Fulani are still killing us today. the coordinated resistance against the combined military invasion of Nigeria and her foreign mercenaries led by the British lasted for a period of 3 good years, 1967 to 1970, to the disappointment of the invaders, claiming not less than 3.5 million Biafrans, including men, women, children, and even the elderly Biafran economy, properties, possession with fortunes were totally plundered by Chief Obafemi Awolowo. These are irrefutable historical facts. Our people are steadily being marginalized, victimized, kidnapped, gruesomely murdered, pauperized, and enslaved across Nigerian contraption. Incident that prompted the Biafra armed resistance in defense of their people and homeland, terrorists, dating back between 1945 and 1970, are very much prevalent after over 40 years of hypocritical unity and freedom and federalism. Biafrans have over the years variously sacrificed for the unfettered restoration of the sovereignty of their fatherland. I, alongside many others within the IPOB global family, have made and are yet making invaluable sacrifice despite life-threatening persecution from the enemies. Many of us have been extrajudicially arrested, imprisoned, detained, murdered in this struggle by the agent of the Nigeria state, Fulani's political merchants, saboteurs, traitors, and propagandists, both within and without, have persistently vilified me, and the struggle in virtually all fronts, with failures hitting their every moves. All their evil strategies and enterprise will continue to suffer shame and disappointment, because in the land we always win. The much anticipated Biafra independence is quite imminent. The date and timing heralding its declaration may not be known or determined, but behold, it is in the horizon. Biafra will be free, and we must all get our eyes fixed on the ball for the appointed season of our glory. This new broadcast is coming from Success Global TV channel. Please, dear viewers, send your comments and views. However, Nnamdi Kanu is trying to narrate the story that happened in those days, that what caused Biafra and all that emulates all the happenings in the Biafra land. So, viewers out there, mostly the IPOB families, Nnamdi Kanu is telling the whole world that on the 30th of May 2019, sit at home is the order of the day in Biafra land, and no one should surface out, because they need to respect their heroes and heroines who sacrificed their lives for the struggle of Biafra. Once again, dear viewers, endeavor to click this red subscribe button to subscribe. Encourage us to bring you more news in our channel, and God bless you. Happy Sunday to you all.